Looks like it. Yep, it's good.
I don't know, man. Oh, okay, start.
You got it. Looked right to me.
Okay. My favorite part is when you laugh at me.
It's a loving laugh. Yay! Don't stop, just hold it down. Don't stop, hold it down. If you stop, it doesn't do anything.
Well, I didn't know if it wasn't.
Just keep going. It takes force. These are big bolts. That one might need help. That was actually easy. Didn't require much at all.
Just needed leverage.
Now whack it off.
Aye.
There it is. Alright, break time. You guys have been asking for this, so by popular demand, the Blue Cub is back. That's right, good old rum and cola for me. But anyways, where we're at, B has freed up all the bolts. It should make the transmission freely available to pull on out. It's just kind of stuck in there at the moment, but the next step is actually to pull it. The swing axles are going to come out along with the disc brakes and the wheels. It's all going to pull right out of the subframe. The only thing that's going to be remaining on the subframe is the spring plates and the torsion bars, which are still in there. Those are going to come out next. There's 4 bolts on each side, but we'll do that after we move the transmission out. That's going to lighten it up a lot and make it easier to throw around. Alright, let's get this transmission separated from this subframe. Grab on there if you could, anywhere on the subframe itself. Even if you grab the tops of these, it's good. Just hold it that way, pull on it, because I'm going to pull against you. You ready?
Yep.
You get all the bolts?
Are there just these 2?
No, pull in here. Pull in that. Push that side forward a little bit and roll that wheel. Alright, that one's out. That's what this side should have done and hasn't done. Okay. You might have a little bit of... Yeah, that's what it was. Rust just held it together. Alright, push that wheel this way. Look at that! Ha-ha! There we go, one subframe separated. Fantastic. Alright, rocking and rolling. Somebody going down the street on a motorized bicycle. Grab the nub. Nub lift.
Nub lift.
And then this way. Put up right here. There it is. Okay, this is what we're going to give the scrubby scrubbins to. We're going to clean off the greasy shit that's on here. We're going to remove the spring plates. 4 bolts on each one. That one's cross-threaded. Nice job. Whoever the frig did that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's cross-threaded.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. I guess I'll rethread it if I have to. It'll probably be fine. I'll just put a longer bolt in it so it runs further into the threads in the backside. But, yeah, that one's really cross-threaded. B's gonna say goodbye.
Bye.
Say bye. I don't know if you're on camera where you're at. Now you're on camera. Say bye.
Hi.
Say bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Tell us why you gotta go.
I gotta go let my heathens out.
The heathens? What are heathens?
My dogs.
Alright, you made it sound like you had kids.
Oh god, no.
Oh god, no. Well, you wanna make some?
No!
Oh god, no.
No!
No, why not with me? How about because we're not married or in a relationship? That's a good start, right?
Yeah, that's a good start.
People seem to be having trouble understanding that and still saying that you're my wife.
Nope.
And they keep saying that. Not that I'm your husband, it's that you're my wife.
No.
They put the ownership in the opposite direction. I love it.
I'm going to let my dogs out. They need food.
Go let the dogs out.
That's me. I let the dogs out. They gotta pee. Is that what you wanted?
Who wants a spitter?
Oh, you just wanted to see me swallow, that's what. Okay.
Alright, thank you everybody for watching. We got the rear trailing arms put onto the Type 3 subframe finally, and it's been quiet, and now the dog just finally started barking. Isn't that just incredible? Anyway, it was a lot of work on this thing. It turned out there was just a lot of little welding bits that I didn't expect, and a lot of forming of metal around them. They didn't just go into place and just weld in. It wasn't as simple as that. You saw that yourself. Yep. There was a lot of relief cuts that had to be made, and metal had to be folded and bent. And rather than cutting out huge holes in things, I was able to just put the relief cuts in and just fold the metal into where it needed to go. And that worked out really nicely. In fact, I can't wait to see that unit get bolted into Ruby, which is going to be the next video up on here. This is a project that I've been putting off for the last couple years, but finally now, since the transmission's acting up, it was time that we replace this thing. Did you learn something today on this project?
Did. I got to see the trailing arms in context of the rest of the subframe.
That's it. You've seen plenty of swing axles. Every time we put one up on a lift or something, you've seen that and how the wheels flop downwards. And I don't think you've ever seen one assembled like that before, even up on a lift, have you?
Mm-mm.
Okay, now you get to see those arms installed as you got them painted, and swatting mosquitoes and crap. This Florida temperatures are up from where they have been, and it's getting a lot warmer, and the mosquitoes are just, yeah, bad. Just bad, especially here in the backyard. The neighbor over there used to have a swimming pool, and they shoveled dirt into it, and it has a tendency for water to sit on top of it because they didn't, smash it up underneath. So it's just a swamp.
Yep.
And they gradually throw more trash into it, more dirt and things, trying to fill it up. But I don't know if we'll ever get that far. But I digress. Back on this project here. Very, very happy with what we got. We need to finish rust treating the frame itself. Need to get a coat of paint on it. And, well, from there, it's going to be ready to bolt back in. So I think we're going to save you the pain of having to watch the paint. And if I don't get this video edited in time, you might get to see it at the end of this video anyway. Okay, time to get some degreaser on here. We're not going to need a whole lot, I don't think. Just where we got some buildup. All in all, this subframe is really quite clean. There's no paint left on it anymore after all these years. I would bet that in the last 50 years that this car has been on this earth, 52 years, that this subframe has never been removed. Looks like this is the end of my squirt bottle. Good thing I got another one. Oh shit. Damn it. Goofy bolt.
The next day.
The IRS pivot point box is this sucker right here. This needs to get welded into this area. And then, of course, the Z-arm, or the trailing arm, would come out of that, and the wheel would attach over to the side here, which is just off the camera. But anyway, right over here somewhere is where the wheel's going to be. It needs to go a little bit further into the frame horn that you see here than, of course, it's allowing. So I've got to do a little bit of cutting. Now, the position of this actually depends very highly as to where you get it. If you get it in the wrong position, it's going to affect the camber on the outside at the wheel. So this does need to be in the correct position. Now you say, okay, well, what's the correct position to put it in? Well, I just happen to have a tool for that. This arm right here will bolt right up to the, let's see here, right up to the torsion bar cover, to the 4 bolts that are in there. It'll clear the shock tower and put this in the approximate location where that pivot box needs to be. This will bolt right in here, just like this. And we could put a stock IRS pivot bolt right into it. Then 4 bolts that go into the plate will go right into here. But before I can get into that, if you look way out here on the end, you'll see it's not mounting flush, and that's because this needs to be cut. So anyway, we're going to dig into that a little bit and get this sucker to fit. We'll tack it in a few places and make sure everything's good. And then if everything looks good after that, then we'll finally weld it in. All right, well, let's go ahead and start digging in. All right, here we go. I think we've clearanced that hole out enough. Put this up in here. Start running in our spring plate bolts. Okay, I think we did pretty good. They're not tight yet. Alright, this is a pretty tight fit. It looks like I have not finished tightening the bolts down yet, because this is probably going to get a whole lot closer than what you see. Alright, it looks like my cuts are pretty good. Everything is nice and tight along here. Let's have a look around the other side. Okay, here we are. Everything's nicely assembled. We got a good tight seam along the edges here where we've done our cuts. Same thing over on this side over here. We are good to go. We are ready to start welding. Everything is well, it's a good tight fit. I think we're going to be okay. Nothing's forced into place. Nothing is goofy or odd or twisted or any kind of just unusual horseshit. We're going to go ahead and get the sucker welded. You can help me with this. Unscrew that guy. I'll pull out these.
Screw it one way.
Lefty.
Left way. That angle.
Lefty, lefty. Having the bind up on you?
Yeah. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, sorry. When I pulled this off, it bound up on you. So I twisted it. Everything is nice and straight when it was bolted, and once I pulled the bolts out, I cockeyed it. that right in there. Alright, there's our left side bracket. Get out the way. We'll take this. It's our torsion bar. This is our Porsche torsion bar because we're upgrading this. It should go right in there. Now we're not permanently setting anything, but we are going to just press it into place. Alright. One step in the right direction. These bolts would normally go through this cover here, just like so. But we're not going to permanently bolt that cover on. I'm just going to stick one in there just to get it started to keep it in place. Grab the trailing arm that has a little piece sticking up in the air.
You should?
Yeah. Got one. Alright, that end,
This end.
put into here. It's supposed to flip. Fantastic. Put that in there. And then put it over that little piece right there. There we go. There's normally supposed to be 2 washers in here. I don't have them in my hand at the second. That's okay. Alright, that'll hold it right where it's at. Hang on to it for a second.
Holding.
That we're going to use. If not, they're from something else and it's wrong, but we'll figure it out. Lower down. Right there. There it is. Let go. Let go. Ah!
Maybe not let go.
Maybe not let go. There we go. There it is. One trailing arm on the Type 3 rear subframe. Alright, there's the trailing arm. There it is mounted. Yes, there's normally supposed to be 2 washers in there. I just don't have them in my hand at the moment. We'll get them put in there. There it is attached to the Beetle spring plate with the Porsche torsion bar in here. This is the Type 3 torsion bar cover, which is not really necessary in this case. I could have put a Beetle one on just the same, but because we had it, we're going to reuse it. The rubber gogies also look to be in pretty good shape. This is what we intended to happen here. The only thing that's left is this needs a final coat of paint, and then this thing needs to be de-rusted one more time, and then go over it with some primer and paint, and make sure everything is set and ready to go. Otherwise, yes, this is great. Everything fits. Everything fits. It looks like it's going to fit just fine. And Ruby, there she is, with her ass end up in the air and her rear end been removed. She's buttless. Anyway, yes. Alright, let's wrap this video up. Thanks everybody for watching. Not yet.
Oh.
You have anything you'd like to say?
No.
No?
Thanks.
Well then, licky, likey, comment, subscribe. Check out duckshit.net for all the different social media links. If you'd like to find B. McQueen's page, she's got an Instagram that you need to follow it. Hit up duckshit.net, look for the link, follow her page. Get mine too while you're at it, you guys. Her numbers are actually going to pass mine sometime soon, and I want that. I really do want that. But give me some licky likeys too up on my Instagram. I really appreciate it. And we have a Patreon, and we both have PayPals if you'd like to donate to our projects that we got here. Not only just my projects, but B. McQueen right here. We'll be having a Carmen Gia project coming up probably this summer. We're going to start building her car. So you're going to be seeing a lot more of her and her project. Anyways, everybody, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Need a bigger hand. You got to cover that whole lens.
I don't know if my hand's big enough. Is it? Nope. No. No.
Well, Dad always said, find a woman with small hands. You guys figure that out. See you later.